Whether you're a new cruiser or a seasoned cruiser, the struggle with overpacking for a cruise is real. In this video, I'm going to share with you 10 realistic tips of how you can avoid overpacking for a cruise and still have everything you need. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, when people offer advice for getting ready for a cruise, oftentimes they might say, don't overpack. As if it's really that easy. Now, if you are somebody who really likes to be prepared, who wants to make sure that they plan, but they also have some flexibility, and who wants to make sure that you have everything you need, you likely struggle with this maybe just a little bit. Personally, I do. But over the years, I'm getting a little bit better, and I'm going on another cruise, gosh, in less than 2 weeks. I'm excited. And this is something that I'm really working on now, and I will share with you some tips that I think are really helpful. Some of these things have been things that I've used on past cruises, and as well, these are tips that viewers in our community have shared that I think are absolutely brilliant. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention 3 things. First of all, we are all a work in progress. So if you still overpack just a little bit, just consider that you are making progress. This is good. Secondly, I'd love to hear your tips. We can all learn from each other, so leave them down in the comments below. And of course, if you do like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Number 1, you need less than you think. Now, I know this is obvious in the way that logically we all know this, but somehow I think when we are planning our cruise outfits, when we're packing, we're really thinking about the fact that we have maybe a 7-day cruise or longer, and we need an outfit for every morning, for every afternoon, and for every evening. And of course, this is too much. So that is the very first thing to not overpacking for a cruise, is just recognizing that you will absolutely need less. However, you still do have to have a bit of a plan. When people sometimes say, pack all of your clothing and then take out half, don't do that, because then you're going to end up with all pants and no shirts or something like that. Don't do that. So I have a better system, and I'm going to share it with you. Number 2, bring 2 to 3 tops for every pair of shorts or pants. And the reason is that you just don't need as many pants or even pairs of shorts as you think. And this applies, I think, to men and women as well. And when I say pants, I mean jeans as well. For many cruise lines now, on the casual or even the smart casual evenings, you can wear jeans. So if you're comfortable wearing that at home, you can wear that on a cruise. And what you can do in that case then is, instead of bringing 5, 6, 7 pairs of pants for the main dining room or one of the specialty restaurants, you can get away with instead bringing 3 or maybe 4, but chances are even 3 will be fine for a 7-day cruise. And then what you want to do with the tops is make sure that they do mix and match with at least 2 different pairs of pants or different shorts, so that you can make different outfits. Now, something to keep in mind is, on a cruise, you might find that you are changing clothes often. So especially like on a sea day, maybe you're in your bathing suit and cover up for most of the day, but in the morning time, you might go for breakfast in a sundress or in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, and then in the afternoon you might even change again before you go and you get ready for dinner. So those pieces of clothing that you wear for maybe an hour or 2 a day can definitely be reworn on another day, and honestly, nobody's even going to notice or even care. Number 3, if you like to wear sundresses, and personally I really do, I'm just so much more comfortable in dresses than I am in pants or even shorts, so I tend to wear them. But you can absolutely rewear these sundresses that you wear during the day. Oftentimes you can wear them at night as well. Just change them up a little bit. So all you need to do, if you wore your sundress during the day with a pair of flip-flops or sandals, instead in the evening, put on maybe something that's just a little bit nicer, whether it's a flat or a heel, something a little bit sparkly on your feet, or just change the color up a little bit. You could even add a belt in some cases, so just accessorize it, or even something as simple as just having a scarf on your shoulders can really make the outfit look and even feel different for you. Now, a little extra tip is, ladies, oftentimes we do want to wear something to cover our shoulders in the evening time. If you are wearing a sundress to the main dining room or just even around the ship, it can be a little bit cool. So you might want to wear a little shawl or a little cardigan or even just a little scarf, just something to cover your shoulders. But that scarf can be part of your packing light. what you can do is if you are flying, you might find that you also get a little bit cool in the airplane. So put that right into your carry-on bag in the airplane. Use it to cover your shoulders to stay a little bit snugly and warm. Number 4, consider your cruise itinerary when you are packing for your cruise. So usually the first thing that I do before I even start to pack for my cruise is I take a look at my itinerary. By this point, usually when I am ready for my kind of packing process, I already have chosen my shore excursions. I already have researched my cruise ports. Even if I booked a tour privately, that is all really done. And by this point, I can kind of choose what I think I'm going to need to wear on those excursions. Now, in particular, if you're going to a beach, of course, you need, a bathing suit. You might need water shoes, different things like that. Maybe you're doing a tour where you're sightseeing, and so you're going to be planning your outfit and your shoes accordingly. And likewise, if you have sea days, you have a good idea of what you might be doing. Now, of course, you also want to consider the evening times of the cruise line. Will let you know. Usually you'll have 2 formal nights depending on the cruise line. And you will also have casual or smart casual nights. So that'll give you a good idea of how to plan for your evenings and also sort of match them up to what you're doing during the day and what you might feel like wearing. Now, personally, what I do is I use a clothing rack. I hang up all of my outfits so I can kind of take a look and see what I think I might like to wear on the cruise. But before I even pack anything, what I do is I actually use this cruise outfit planner. So basically it allows me to sort of write down what I think I might want to wear for every single day of the cruise. And then I can bring this along with me on my cruise. And basically this is part, I should let you know, of the Ultimate Cruise Planner. The Ultimate Cruise Planner is a 47-page downloadable printable cruise planner that you can use to plan everything for your cruise from embarkation day to disembarkation day. And if you really want to kind of stay organized for your cruise with packing lists that are already there, as well as blank ones that you could fill out, you may want to check that out. I will leave the information about the Ultimate Cruise Planner down in the description below this video. Number 5, try not to overpack shoes. Now, shoes honestly are bulky. They take up a lot of room in your luggage. So that is probably the biggest reason not to bring too many pairs of shoes. And honestly, you probably don't really need them. Now, if you want to bring a few pairs, bring a few pairs, but try to minimize it. So here are a few tips. Don't forget to bring shoes for during the day, depending on the activity that you're going to do. Most of us do need sort of a flip-flop, a beach sandal, or a pool shoe. Now, on top of that, don't forget to bring a comfortable walking shoe. Very important, whether you're on the cruise ship or if you're doing an excursion, you need something comfortable to walk in. Ideally, that is something closed toe because you might want to do some of those activities on the ship or even participate in some of the gym classes. Now, for the evening time, you probably need something that's a little bit nicer to go to the dining room or to go to one of the specialty restaurants. So just take a look at your outfits. See if you can bring sort of a neutral heel or a neutral wedge that you could wear with quite a lot of outfits. And if you are participating in formal night, then try to bring one pair of shoes that goes with both formal outfits. Now, please let me know how many pairs of shoes you bring on a cruise and if this is an area that sometimes you might tend to overpack in. Number 6, use packing cubes. Now, I know a lot of people have wondered, how do packing cubes work? How do they help? So I actually bought, you can see the tag is still on them. I bought 2 new sets of packing cubes because I will be packing with them and I'll be filming it. So I will give you an idea of some of the different methods, how it can really help to kind of stay organized. And I think even pack less, pack a little bit more organized, but still make sure that you have everything that you need. Now, if you are interested in packing cubes, I will leave some links to some favorites down in the description below this video. Number 7, now if you really want to pack light for your cruise, and maybe you're even packing carry-on only, something to think about is that you can actually do laundry on your cruise ship. Now, if you are doing a longer cruise, this is definitely something that I would recommend. Now, on some cruise ships, it's a little bit easier than others. Some cruise ships actually have self-serve laundry rooms with a washer and a dryer and even an iron. That is absolutely perfect. Make sure you research your cruise ship before you go just to find that out. Some of them don't, and you can send your clothing to a laundry service. There is a price to it, but it might be worth it for you because you could bring less on your cruise, and even if it might cost you maybe like $35 for a bag of laundry, at least then you don't have to bring as much, and it can even save you some money on a checked bag instead. Now, something that a lot of people do is do just a small load of laundry. I wouldn't even call it a load, but a few items if you need to wash them on your cruise, you could definitely do that. Just do that in your bathroom sink. So make sure that you do bring along a little travel packet of laundry soap. Number 8, bring along a hanging toiletry bag. Hanging toiletry bags are really convenient, and you need to bring your toiletries anyway. This is just a nice compact way of bringing your items. Now, a little tip is to try to make sure that you do get, well, all of your toiletries, bring them in as small a size that you can get. And you could even, if you are cruising or traveling often, what you could do is you could even keep that toiletry bag. You can actually keep it packed with some of those items, and they're just ready to go the next time that you cruise or travel. Number 9, only bring the cruise essentials or cruise accessories that you will actually need and use. So you don't need to bring them all, but there are some things that you should not leave at home. So if you are going to go snorkeling on your cruise, then consider bringing your own snorkel gear. This will really be worth it for you. Of course, if you're going carry-on only, then rent it when you are there. But otherwise, try to bring that. Now, other cruise essentials that you might find just super helpful is a fan for the cabin. So you know best what you could really use and how much space you have. So you could definitely pack a little lighter on some things and make sure you bring those things if they are going to help you. Number 10, consider what you can leave at home and basically what you don't need to pack for a cruise. So this can be anything from maybe you have these really cute cover-ups, but you really only need 2. Don't bring 4. Maybe consider leaving 2 at home. Or maybe you usually bring books on a cruise, but you've noticed that recently you haven't really read the books on a cruise. Well, those are so heavy, they take up space. Consider leaving them at home and maybe instead listening to an audio book, or maybe bringing your iPad or your Kindle, which will take up less room. Now, other things that you may not want to bring on your cruise are things that the cruise line provides. So what I'm talking about is things like towels. You don't need to bring towels on a cruise. The cruise line will provide it. And as well, you don't need to bring a hairdryer on a cruise unless you want to. Personally, I do, because I don't find the hairdryers terribly good for my hair texture, but you absolutely don't need to bring it. So you could do a little bit of research before you go on your cruise, just to make sure that you really only bring what you need. Now, I have a bit of a bonus tip, and personally, I think this is like the best one because it's going to help for future cruises, is when you do get home from your cruise, take an inventory of what you brought, what you used, what you didn't use, what you wore, what you didn't wear, and maybe why. Maybe it was just the weather and that's why you didn't wear it. You still need to bring it next time. But do write down, maybe take a list out of the Ultimate Cruise Planner. Do write down what you didn't need for your cruise and what you really did. So this way, when you go on the next cruise, you're going to be even more prepared and you're going to be less likely to overpack with every single cruise. Now, please let me know down in the comments below if you liked that bonus tip, if you've ever done that before, and please let me know as well any of your tips to not overpack. Now, I'm going to leave the information about the Ultimate Cruise Planner down in the description below this video in case you do want to check it out. And I will leave a video right after this one all about what to pack and not to pack for a cruise. Now, I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I would love to have you here within the Life While Cruise community. Bye for now, and happy cruising.